your look. So each different shade I'll be comparing and holding up to you, to your skin, and we can together come up with a conclusion for which shade is yours at the end of the day. Starting with orange, we have a more burnt kind of shade, a more peachy, and then something very subtle. If I hold this up to your face, I can tell that this looks the best on you because it brightens you. This washes you out. It's way too light for you. And this just does not complement you. It's too warm. It's too like brownish. The middle shade is definitely yours. So if you ever wander into a clothing store and see a couple of oranges, you'll know that you need something in between. You don't want to be on either of the extremes. We have this kind of nice like lilac purple tones, and let me just hold it up. Okay, this color makes you look very angry, like you have something to prove. This middle shade complements you well. I think that it's nice, but still a little bit too dark. The lightest shade, on the other hand, makes your hair look very nice and makes you look very relaxed. When it comes to purples, I immediately can tell that this is not your shade. Stay away from the dark colors. They just don't do anything for you. These two, however, look super nice. They complement you very well. They make you look at least or seem grounded, in control, and just very good to do. We have some like lime peels that are all very similar, but slightly different in undertone, I would say. This one is a lot more yellowish and really just takes all of the yellow out of your skin tone and brings it out. It makes you look like the moon, and we don't like this shade. This one is too dark, very undecided, and this one we can work with. I feel like if this was an accent on like a white shirt, I don't think it would do you any harm. When it comes to blues, we have a lot of options here. This is, what is it called? Deep Space. It's nice, but very serious on you. It makes you look a little bit, again, something to prove. Kind of pretentious, too royal. This is nice. This makes you look like the ocean. This complements the pink in your cheeks, kind of makes you more smiley and bright. And this one is just as good, I would say. So now I would like to show you some light pinks, kind of muted beigey tones that are very neutral. So here I got some shades. They are all pretty similar, so I wanted to show you all in one go. Here we have some nice versions of bubblegum pink. Very nice, light, airy, good for spring. I personally like every single color here, except for this one. You, again, don't want to go on any of the extremes. These two are both in the middle of pink. This, way too white, makes you look kind of ghostly and anemic. These two we got going very similar, but they're not. You can tell that this is cooler toned and this is warmer toned. I personally prefer the cooler tones on you, just because I think this makes you look a little bit too yellow. This makes you look a little bit more refreshed, and even though these colors are just slightly different, they make a huge difference. So these are like the colors of the sidewalk. I would honestly recommend any of these shades for you because I feel like they're all very nice, neutral, and basic. This is so close to white, it could be a substitution. close to your skin tone. So unless you're going for a nude, I would say to stay away from it just because it could, again, kind of blend too much with you and wash you out. So we have some greens. Again, you would say that they're all pretty similar, but holding them up to you, I would say that this shade makes you incredibly weak, and so does this one. They're too, like, low-key for you, whereas this is too dark and vibrant at the same time. So these kind of warm undertones we got going here are not working, whereas we look at these bluer, kind of more cool-toned shades. I totally can easily see you in both of these. This bottom one, it's a little bit dark. If you had red hair, then it would look great. But I'm loving these two on you, especially the top one. Again, anything that brings out colors in your face looks great on you. So, similar with these, they're all very close. They're all like different versions of Seafoam. I feel like these shades look so good on you and are amazing for your spring and summer wardrobe. These blues are very much more subdued and chill, so we want to be careful. But I think that none of these make you overwhelmingly weak. I think that this could be a substitution for white if need be, but I would stay in more ivory shades. I like this shade on you and this shade. Whatever floats your boat. This one's a little bit more blue, this one's a little bit more white and purple. Let me move on from the blues. These are like your army greens, like those very kind of rustic shades. This is warm toned, and I don't think it does anything for you. It's just there. This, the darkest shade, kind of does you well. It's kind of like steely, but it's gold and it's good. This, I would say, is more warm toned, and I just think the cooler tones looks much better on you. Here's a more in-depth version of the cool tones we saw before. I like all of these on you. I think blue grays look amazing on most people, and there's no exception for you. I say that this one's a little bit more like warm tone than these two. I honestly prefer this one on you. I think it's a really good in between. Again, not on either of the extremes. So, yeah. Lastly, for these